Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment America, Mr. Jack Tretton.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to E3. E3 is a little bit different this year, so we thought we'd handle our press conference a little bit differently. We're extremely excited to unveil all our plans for the PlayStation brand this year, but first I thought I'd give you a look around at home, our 3D community for PlayStation 3. Many of you saw it at its public unveiling in March, but we've had some tremendous improvements to it. We've already had our public beta going on for several months, and this is the new home square, which reflects a lot of the feedback we received from the public beta. And as you can see, we've already got many consumers populating the square. Good morning, ladies, looking good. Over the past 13 years, through 4 hardware platforms and countless games, Sony Computer Entertainment has strived to deliver not only great innovation, but great entertainment as well, because one simply can't live without the other. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you games, and more games. Great games and great services that truly take advantage of the innovation and advanced technology found in the PlayStation systems, along with a few other surprises. And the PS2 popularity remains strong because of great content, including the smash hit God of War 2, which has sold more than 2 million copies worldwide to date, and is part of a franchise that has continued to fuel the PlayStation 2 platform and will soon do the same for PlayStation Portable. Let's take a look at some of the games from our worldwide studios and publishing partners, including many exclusives we expect to drive PSP sales this year. Well, I hope you enjoyed that look at some of the great games we have coming out for PSP. I thought I'd take the opportunity to pop back into home and show you my new tricked-out apartment. I left the door open, so hopefully a few of those hot chicks from the square will come by and join us. Check out the view from my beautiful balcony. Hey, Kaz, what the heck are you doing here? Are you playing Ridge Racer?
You know, Jack, I knew somebody was going to ding me for this E3, but I didn't expect it to come from you. So I got some burgers and some hot dogs on the grill, so what can I do you for?
Well, as you can see from my avatar, I've been working out a little bit, so turkey burger's more in line for me, please.
Absolutely. We'll put those on the grill right now. So in the meantime, you know, I have a new role with the company, and that means a lot of traveling for me. So it actually means less time in the office with my PS3 and actually more time on the road with my PlayStation Portable, which is exactly what I wanted to talk to everybody about today. But you know what, Jack? I think I'm going to do that in person. So if you don't mind looking after the burgers, can you give me a couple minutes on stage?
No worries. I'll chill here on the deck.
Absolutely. What I'm holding in my hand is the latest version of PSP, which will become available worldwide this year in September. Now, from a distance, this PSP might not look very much different from the current model. It still has a brilliant 4.3-inch LCD screen. It still has, obviously, the convenience of UMD. But when you have it in your hand, the difference becomes quite clear. It's actually 33% lighter than the current PSP, and it's also 19% slimmer. And the battery is more efficient as well. And we've also made improvements to the new PSP to allow for faster loading of the games.
And there is one other color I'd like to announce, and I've invited somebody very special to bring it out and introduce it to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend Chewbacca. Thank you for joining us here today, Chewie. I know you've come a long way, and I see you have the new Star Wars Battlefront PSP Entertainment Pack, which comes bundled with the PSP exclusive game from LucasArts, Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron. Yes, Chewbacca, it's a huge franchise. That's right, Chewie, just for PSP. The new limited edition Star Wars Battlefront pack includes a white PSP with Darth Vader's image on the back. No, I'm sorry, Chewie, you can't have one for free, but they will be available at retail in October for only $199.99. Okay, I'll see what I can do to see if you can keep that one. Chewie, let's take a look at the game in action.
The biggest game franchise in Star Wars history continues with an all-new mission. Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron, only on the PSP system. For the first time ever in Star Wars Battlefront, customize your character, your weapons, and your abilities. Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron, this fall, only on the PSP system.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you, for the first time anywhere in the world, Echo Chrome. And that's the easy level. I have 4 more games that I would like to share with you for PlayStation Network. The first is a top-selling franchise that goes right back to the beginning of PlayStation 1, but now blazing its way onto PlayStation 3 in eye-blistering 1080p 60 frames per second visual clarity with full online multiplayer functionality. The game is Wipeout HD. The second is called Pain, a truly unique experience proving that sometimes people's own misfortunes can be the source of great amusement for us, the player. And finally, the last 2 games are massive game experiences, world-famous franchises you will find for both the PlayStation Network and Blu-ray disc on retail store shelves. I am, of course, talking about the online combat games par excellence, Warhawk and SOCOM US Navy SEALs Confrontation. Let's take a look.
Wipeout HD.
Warhawk is an incredibly fast-paced multiplayer game. You can play online, you can play 4-way split screen just with your buddies on the couch. We wanted the game to be visually as spectacular on the ground when you're running around through the little alleyways, just as much as it was when you're flying around through the sky. It's incredibly immersive, and yet at the same time, not only is it immersive right around you, this huge war occurring all over the place, all around you.
Warhawk. David Seymour.
SOCOM Confrontation is SOCOM's first appearance on Next Generation. So this is SOCOM jumping onto the PS3 for the first time. SOCOM Confrontation is purchased directly from the PlayStation Store and downloaded to your PS3. And as such, the game runs completely off your PlayStation 3's hard drive. When Confrontation was first unveiled, keen-eyed fans spotted that the first map we showed little bits of is actually Crossroads. probably the most striking contrast for us in building Confrontation for the PlayStation 3 was to see the comparison between Crossroads on the PlayStation 2 and then what is possible on the PlayStation 3. SOCOM Confrontation will be on the PlayStation Store and on Blu-ray this holiday season.
SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs Confrontation.
The first one is that we now have the home client running on a mobile phone. I hope you can see this, that on my Sony Ericsson mobile phone, I now have some of the touch points of the service running here live. Now, the ultimate 3D experience is only on PlayStation 3. But the presence, the touch points, the community features of home are extending sideways to new mobile and web channels for those rare moments when you might be away from your PlayStation 3. Now, I wanted to quickly get a group photograph of everyone here today. So if you wouldn't mind just, like you guys, if you could just like move in a little bit, that would be great. And let me just get this taken. Smile. So here I am back in my new private space, a ski lodge in the Norwegian countryside, and a new costume for my avatar. As we walk around, you can see the scope of these spaces is increasing both in size and sophistication, all designed to allow more community and more social entertainment features. Now, talking of social entertainment, you can see that we've got a SingStar set up here right in my home space. So let's get back to home, and as you can see, these fully functioning spaces are really becoming very rich entertainment spaces. And wait a second, that photo I just took on my phone is now directly on the wall inside my private apartment. You now have the ability to send images directly from your phone and have them appear automatically in your personal space. This live media blogging from the real world into the virtual world of home is a key feature of the social networking functions of the service. Another dynamic feature is the ability to take some of the engaging community and social elements out of the home experience sideways to the web. Here you can see us taking a digital photograph inside home using the photo mode, and I'm going to push this automatically out to a PC website running on a web browser, regular vanilla web browser here, and this is our social networking site for home shown for the very first time. And here's that photo that I just took, output to our social networking site, which will have news and live automatic blogging of your experience inside home being pushed out to the social networking site, allowing you to meet with friends, engage with communities, and all of the features that you would expect fully integrated across the PlayStation Network experience. One of our key goals with PlayStation Home is to provide an integrated and cohesive space for gamers to meet, to socialize, to talk about games, but most importantly, to be able to play them. So the final thing I want to show you in PlayStation Home today is a function that you have all been asking for, and one that will be available when we launch this fall. And that is the ability to launch any game from your PlayStation 3 directly within home. Whether it's on your hard disk drive or on disk, whether it's a single player or multiplayer game, you can launch it from inside the service. So since I'm appropriately attired for a game of MotorStorm, let's meet up with my friends and go for some brutal off-road racing. Now, I'm hoping that somebody's going to hand me a controller and I can help join in the fun. So what we've done here is we have networked to 11 people around the world. One of them, who is rubbish at the game, is going to have a go at seeing if we can play. Now, this is just loaded up automatically. It's taken us straight into the multiplayer lobby of MotorStorm, and all of the players are joining us from San Diego and from around the world. And it's a brand new track, Eagle's Nest, which is available for download from the PlayStation Network for MotorStorm, coming just next month. So I'm going to have to turn this way, and hopefully, when this is loaded us in, you will see my driving prowess. Am I That's really not good. I think that's probably enough MotorStorm for one day. So anyway, full MotorStorm online coming to a PlayStation 3 near you very shortly, directly from home.
This fall, they'll be bringing a new game franchise to the system, which is already receiving an incredible amount of buzz in the industry. The game is called Haze. And if you want to play it this holiday, you'll only be able to do that exclusively on PlayStation 3. We're very pleased to give our valued consumers the chance to experience it first in all its high-definition glory. Let's take a look.
The name is Shane Carpenter. As one of Mantle's most elite soldiers, I was trained to handle anything, built to fight the good fight.
Administering.
Fight. Yeah, that's what I thought until the day I broke away from Mantle. Their lies, their nectar. That day, I changed sides. Today I am reborn. Now it's time to set things right.
That looks great, and it's very exciting to have Haze as a PS3 exclusive. Thank you, Ubisoft. And we're very pleased to announce Epic's Unreal Tournament 3 is confirmed as a PlayStation 3 exclusive this year. Take a look at these other exclusive hardware-driving games coming soon for third parties to PS3.
Company's tank is stuck half a click north of here. We gotta hustle, let's go!
We're taking heavy fire on our position north of the overpass! I'm gonna die in a space that don't hold mine.
But there is one last third-party exclusive I wanted to share with you before turning things back over to Phil to take a look at our first-party games for PlayStation 3. And this franchise has been a fixture on our platform since the beginning. It's celebrating its 20th anniversary this year and exemplifies brilliant creativity, storytelling, and immersive gameplay. And we couldn't be more excited that it's only on PlayStation 3. Ladies and gentlemen, here to present Metal Gear Solid 4 from Konami Digital Entertainment, please join me in welcoming legendary game creator Hideo Kojima. Thank you very much for joining us here today, Kojima-san. We're extremely excited to have you show our guests the latest chapter of the hugely successful Metal Gear Solid franchise.
Well, I've been creating this Metal Gear franchise for 20 years with over the many platforms and eras. But this Metal Gear Solid 4 will be the grand finale and the final to the series.
そしてスネークの物語も最後ですし、小島秀夫がゲームデザインをするメタルギアも最後の作品となります。
The story about Snake will end in this one, and also for me, as a game creator, this will be my last to participate in this series.
そういうわけでメタルギアサーガのですね、これまでのすべての謎、すべての伏線、すべての物語、キャラクターがここで結実するということになります。
So all the story plot, the lines, the characters, all the mysteries of the Metal Gear Saga will be revealed.
でゲームの方もステルスアクションを踏襲しつつですね、戦場に潜入するという全く新しい先入観を実現しております。
And the game itself will be a stealth game. However, new elements of being in the battlefield, so the stealth in the battlefield.
これまでの20年のですね、持ち得るスキル、センス、経験をすべてこの MGS4 につぎ込んで今鋭意開発をしているところです。
I promise you, I'm putting all my effort, all my skills, all my experience from the past 20 years to put into this MGS4.
今日はですね、最新のトレーラーを持ってきました。
Today, I brought with me the newest trailer.
ムービーではなくて、プレイステーション3のですね、リアルタイムの映像になります。
It's not a movie, it's the real-time footage from the PlayStation 3.
それで世界初の公開になります。どうぞ、トレーラーを楽しんでください。
So it'll be the first to show, the premiere to show this new trailer. Hope you enjoy it.
This mission isn't an order from Washington, not like the old days. And it's not something the UN can officially sanction either.
Why me?
Because of the military might of the PMCs and the effect they have on the economy. War is to the 21st century what oil was to the 20th, the pillar that supports the global economy. The global community is concerned, but they're all too afraid of the war economy collapsing to do anything about it.
Sounds pretty self-serving to me.
But I, for one, don't intend to simply stand by and watch it happen. This isn't justice. It's a covert assignment. A hired hit. Will you do this for me? Will you terminate Liquid? Activate it.
Liquid's goal is to seize control of SOP. To do that, he needs to analyze the nanomachine structure and find out how they communicate with one another. The nanomachines currently in use by militaries and PMCs are third generation. But their design is derived from that of the first generation.
First generation?
A nanomachine colony, part of which was Foxdie. 9 years ago, at Shadow Moses, I injected it into your body, Snake.
The system makes it possible to integrate not only micro-level information on individual soldiers and units, but also macro-level information about field conditions and order of battle.
So they finally achieved total real-time battlefield control.
He's taken command of this immense army and is now preparing to unleash an insurrection.
You want Liquid dead?
He must be stopped before it's too late.
Listen to me, Snake. We're ready to strike Liquid at any time.
You're planning to take him by force. It's crazy. Look, things aren't that simple.
Your cause is our cause now. You don't have to do this.
I'm no hero. Never was. I'm just an old killer, hired to do some wet work.
Snake, if you won't be a prisoner to fate, then go. Fulfill your destiny.
You too, immortal.
No, I just don't fear death.
Could you be the one to finally finish me?
So, how on earth do you follow the genius of Kojima-san and Metal Gear Solid? So I thought I'd dress in a rubber Ratchet and Clank suit and do a flamenco dance for you. But we're here in the home theater to show you a great way of showing off some of our key exclusive games coming this financial year for PlayStation 3. So let's jump right into it with a franchise that has sold 13 million copies on PlayStation platforms. The latest edition is Ratchet and Clank Future, Tools of Destruction from Insomniac Games. So let's see what we've got for this very cool game that features not only addictive action gameplay, but some of the most vibrant imagery I have ever seen in a video game. Let's take a look.
What happens is at the very start of the game, Ratchet witnesses the destruction of Metropolis, one of the signature cities of the series. There he will encounter a villain named Emperor Tachyon, who is bent on destroying Ratchet and his entire race. And this is where some questions about Ratchet's history begins to come up, something we've never explored in the Ratchet & Clank series. Ratchet & Clank Future, Tools of Destruction is only possible on PlayStation 3. The level of sophistication, the vivid details, can only be done on that system.
Very nicely done, and also nice to be out of that rubber ratchet suit. So now let's take a sneak peek at a new game from Japan Studios in Game Republic. This game, Folklore, combines role-playing game and action-adventure elements with a very innovative battle style to create a stunning work of art. Let's take a look at Folklore.
Folklore is sort of this dark fairy tale. There's a lot of mystery involved, a lot of travel throughout the netherworld. I've never been on a project that received so much praise. It's got a good mix of a lot of different genres, whether it's action, fantasy, RPG. It's really kind of this very unique experience. Users aren't just pushing buttons to capture a creature in Folklore. They are wrestling them to the ground, they're yanking their souls out. It really changes up the gameplay, it involves the user. Folklore really is the game for anybody. It's got great story, great character, beautiful art, fantastic gameplay. I can't say enough good things about it.
So looking at the special theatre that we've built for our next game, Heavenly Sword, from developer Ninja Theory. This is a beautifully rendered action-adventure title that takes full advantage of the cell processor and Blu-ray disc capacity, allowing for hundreds of enemies on screen, each with their own individual AI routines.
Heavenly Sword is an action-adventure game, and it aims to emulate the experience and the bombastic nature of the big summer blockbuster. You play as Nariko, a fiery redhead, and she's in possession of this sword that was meant for a god, on this brutal mission of revenge. However, as the sword was not meant for mortals, it slowly drains her life and will ultimately kill any mortal who wields it. It's an extremely story-driven game, one that really tries to raise the bar in terms of dramatic performance in a video game. Something with a lot of stylistic beauty, something with poetic grace that focuses on animation, that creates a world where everything seems alive, as well as having amazing kick-ass action. You have an immense range of combat moves, beautiful animations. We go from really tough one-on-one fights up to group fights that are tightly choreographed, just like they do in the movies, right up to settings where you're fighting amongst thousands of enemies at a time. The art is generated in such high resolution. Really, without Blu-ray, we wouldn't have been able to create Heavenly Sword.
Little Big Planet is something that makes most people who pick it up laugh the first time they play it. Little characters which you can customize and which you can act with, and you run through this world that's like a miniature filmed world. The experience of Little Big Planet is not just about playing it, it's also about creating. What we want to do is, the first releases that we put out, we're going to really make use of PlayStation Network to allow the game to evolve with the community. So we don't really think of Little Big Planet as being out when you first get it in your hands. Little Big Planet is going to evolve over time. And so the three things that we call it: play, create, and share. And so playing is one thing, creating is another, and then sharing is showing off to your friends online using the PlayStation Network.
Our final game I would like to show you is a title from a studio that has always strived to push the PlayStation game systems to the utmost, garnering amazing results. The studio is, of course, Naughty Dog, the brilliant minds behind Jak and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot. And this game is Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. Let's take a look.
Uncharted: Drake's Fortune is Naughty Dog's brand new PlayStation 3 franchise. The cell processor is allowing us to do things with animation that we were never able to do before on the PS2. Our characters are much more detailed. You can see the emotion in their face. In our past games, our main hero had about 300 frames of animation. Everybody was very excited about the fluidity of his movement. Well, in Uncharted, our hero Nathan Drake has over 3,000 animations, and they're constantly being blended together to create almost an infinite variety. Right now, we've got the most talented group of developers we've ever assembled here at Naughty Dog, working on the most powerful hardware out there. Uncharted is going to be the best game Naughty Dog's ever made.
but there are more. I'm pleased to announce here today, for the very first time, a game from Sucker Punch, the team that brought you the hit Sly Cooper franchise. With this game, we make our debut in the emergent gameplay sandbox genre. Players will discover and grow extraordinary powers, fighting villains in an organic and open city as they choose a path between superhero and anti-hero. Are you ready to become infamous?
Some would call him an anomaly. The tragedy he unleashed created powers within him. Torn between the ruins he created and everything he has become. Only one decision remains. Save what is left. Or destroy it all.
Soon we will be upping the ante, bringing Gran Turismo 5 Prologue to the market as a precursor to the upcoming GT5. Featuring full online functionality, let's take a look at Gran Turismo 5 Prologue for PlayStation 3.
I've got to go back on in a couple of minutes. Oops, Phil, didn't you forget one thing?
Oh, yeah, I think I might have just forgotten one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, everything you are about to see is real time.
Watch on the right flank. Fight your way up there.
And the rest of my unit?
They're assisting us. Good luck, gentlemen.
Shoot!
Slap that T6 on the floor.
Okay, stand by. Eyes open.
Targets.
We hope you like what you've seen and heard today, and we encourage you to spend time in our exciting products next door in our gaming arcade through the doors on the left. We know your time is limited. We sincerely appreciate you coming and joining us today. We want to remind you that the buses are outside to take you to the next event, but we appreciate all your kind attention and support, and we look forward to a bright future together. Thank you very much.